To start things off, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy the video. Here today, we will be playing Spongebob Squarepants, the Cosmic Shake, on a desperate hunt to find our friends and to restore Bikini Bottom.
I'm ready!
In normal SpongeBob fashion, he starts his day with his pineapple shaking alarm, and as usual I'm ready. He exits the pineapple, now sporting his Glove World hat, officially ready to spend the day with Patrick at the amusement park. But first, we have to go to his rock to wake him. We see Gary, our pet snail, nearby enjoying what appears to be garbage.
Good morning, Care Bear. I'm glad to see you and Spot doing something for the environment. It's
No
not
wasting
waste if you
allowed
don't
in
waste
Bikini
it.
Bottom.
Ah.
We can also see Squidward out perfecting his art. Maybe we should go say hello.
No, not you, not today. This
Oops.
day will be about
I don't think
relaxation
Squidward
and
wants to be
inspiration.
bothered by
I am
SpongeBob
not
today
to be
or any
disturbed
day.
on my precious day off. I will spend it with the love of my life.
Surprisingly, Squidward didn't mention spending the
my
day
art,
with his
of course.
clarinet.
Sounds fun. Can I help?
For this, I
In
need
typical
you to
Squidward
get
fashion,
something
he is not very
important
cordial to
for me.
SpongeBob, so we will take his
Go
suggestion
away.
and go away. After greeting a few friends, we finally make it to Patrick's rock,
Come back after my alarm goes off.
where he is not
I'm
quite
on a
ready to
tight
awake from his beauty sleep.
schedule.
Let's come back later. Next friend that SpongeBob is off to see is Sandy Cheeks. But up ahead we do see Karen in front of a traffic pileup. Got to wonder what's that
How
about.
is everyone enjoying food at the Krusty Krab?
They aren't. See for yourself.
With the traffic pileup blocking off the
I'm
paths
stuck
to
here
get to
with
the
the
Krusty
owners of
Krab and the
rivaling
Chum Bucket,
restaurants,
both
the
Mr.
Chum Bucket
Krabs
and
and
Krusty
Plankton
Krab.
suggest doing a documentary.
Seems like a perfect opportunity to start a documentary about Bikini Bottom's best
But either way,
restaurant.
nothing to see here, just Mr. Krabs and Plankton in their normal, who has the best restaurant feud.
The Chum Bucket is would rake in millions.
Sounds like
Hey, you
Plankton
know I
wants
meant
to
the
steal
Krusty
Mr.
Krab.
Krabs' documentary
Nobody goes to the
idea in
Chum
order to
Bucket
make the Chum
unless
Bucket
it's
millions of
asked for
dollars.
directions away from it.
Anyway, officials are still investigating where the nails that
So
caused
here,
this
SpongeBob
chaotic
hears from the
collision
news
came
reporter
from.
that Nails caused the
Maybe
traffic
Mr.
pileup.
Krabs can help find the culprit. He did have a truck
What
full
a
of nails
coincidence,
delivered the
Nails
other
is
day.
what caused the
He must know a
collision,
lot
and
about
Mr.
nails.
Krabs just so happened to have a truck full of nails recently delivered. Oh no! Another collision. At least this overturned truck will help us to get over to Sandy's Tree Dome. Alright, let's make our way over. It seems like this bread truck was headed to the Krusty Krab. SpongeBob can see Sandy in front of her tree dome from here. What's that robot with the rubber duckies doing?
You're up earlier than an insomniac rooster.
No karate
mood
this
for a
morning,
little
Sandy.
morning karate?
SpongeBob is trying to make his way to Glove
Love
World.
to, but we'll have to put some padding on that one,
Instead,
Sandy.
SpongeBob
Patrick and I are
offers
about
Sandy
have
to
the
join them
best
at
day
Glove
ever
World.
Glove World. Do you want to come?
We notice SpongeBob do his
Thanks.
familiar imagination
But you ain't
rainbow.
putting no glove on this squirrel. I'd rather seek the thrill of toning exercises and rubber
That's a no for
duckies.
Sandy. She's looking for
But if
something
you
more
got
of a
little
thrill
time to
that
spare,
includes those
I
rubber
could use
duckies
your
we
help
noticed
hauling out some
earlier.
old junk from my yard.
Anything for you, Sandy. I'm ready to haul, y'all.
Now SpongeBob is doing Sandy a favor by cleaning up around her tree dome. Pressing Y, SpongeBob will spin attack those tikis with his bubble wand. Let's clean them all up for her.
Did I get smaller or did these tikis get bigger?
Nice! SpongeBob got the Boxing Champion Award progress by showing those tikis who's boss. Let's find Sandy, now that our yard cleanup is finished.
Great job,
SpongeBob will go back to
SpongeBob.
talk to Sandy, where she will
yard's
tell us
looking
how well
fine
we
as
cleaned up her
fur on a
yard and how
frog.
it's looking fine as
Thanks
fur
for your
on a
help,
frog.
And have fun with Patrick.
There's Patrick's alarm clock. After SpongeBob's mission for Sandy is complete, he can now head back to Patrick's rock so they can both make their way to Glove World.
Here. Probably that guy.
But before we go,
Hi,
let's talk to
Pearl.
some of the
And how are
locals and
you on
find
this
out how they feel
beautiful
about
day?
Bikini Bottom's traffic mishap.
SpongeBob, didn't you hear? It's a tragedy.
Pearl calls the traffic collision a tragedy.
There's a huge
The local mall
sale
is
at the
having
mall
a sale,
today, but
and there's
because
no
of this
buses
stupid
available to
traffic
take her
jam,
there.
None of the buses can get
Sadly,
me there.
she's brought to tears.
That is a tragedy. Well, the bus to Glove World is still running. You could join me.
Pearl
and
then
Patrick
turns
there
down
instead.
SpongeBob's invitation to Glove World.
Thanks, but I
The
have
cool
a
kids
social
can't be
status
seen
to
with
uphold.
SpongeBob, I
You
guess.
have fun without me, SpongeBob. Help.
Well,
Could
so
this
long
happen
to Pearl.
me? Why is my life like such a tragedy?
SpongeBob smells
Sorry, my
bacon.
rectangular friend. Nobody's getting through right now.
After
We're still
being told
sorting
that
out
there's
this
no way
massive
around the
traffic
traffic jam,
jam.
SpongeBob should now head
Oh,
back
I
to
see.
Patrick's
Well,
Rock.
thanks anyway, officer. Good luck cracking the case.
Listens to every squeak SpongeBob's shoes make every time he moves. So here, SpongeBob can't go through it, he can't go around it, so he must go over it by spin attacking the button, which will spawn a trampoline. Trampoline is there, so let's watch SpongeBob put it to good use to jump over these overturned trucks.
Ah, my beloved Bikini
And up
Bottom,
and
the
over
most
he goes.
Perfectly perfect place in the entire universe. Home to my
SpongeBob
friend.
finally
Good
makes it
morning,
back to
best friend.
Patrick's Rock
Are you
with a
ready
nice
for
good morning to him.
Lovely adventure.
There goes Patrick, who just like SpongeBob, is sporting his Glove World hat, looking nice and ready for a day of fun.
1 hour later.
And 1 hour later, the duo finally arrives to Glove World. Check out the cool kids at Glove World juggling. SpongeBob wants to say hi to them, but they just ignore him.
Hi.
SpongeBob mopes and wishes he could be
I
as
wish
cool
I
as the
could do
cool
cool
kids, when as
things.
Patrick puts it, this wagon just ominously appeared out of nowhere.
Appeared out of nowhere?
Who cares?
When searching for cool stuff from the wagon, SpongeBob
still
deems
not
most
cool
items not cool enough until he stumbles upon some magic potion.
Can I have this?
The potion belongs to
What,
Madame
this old
Cassandra,
piece of
who SpongeBob asks if he could keep
Magic
it.
and mystery.
At first,
Allow
it seems
me
like
to
it's a
introduce
worthless piece of
myself.
junk to her
My
until
name
she
is
noticed
Madame
she could sail the
Cassandra,
newly
purveyor
named
of
Bubble
all
Magic
lost
Soap.
treasures of the 7 seas, for those on a budget. Magic bubbled soap.
The purpose of the
Breathe
magic
life
bubble soap
into
potion,
your
as Madame
dreams.
Cassandra claims,
They
is to
say
become
with
whoever
this
you want to
unique
be and
bubble
receive
maker
whatever you want to
thingy,
have just
you
by
can
making a wish.
become whoever you want to be. Receive whatever you want to have. Just
She sounds very
bubble your
questionable
wish
and
into
unsure about her
hands.
magic potion, but SpongeBob would
Not that
probably
it ever
try to
worked
make
for
use of
me.
it.
Ooh.
1 hour later.
1 hour later in Bikini Bottom
I
time.
wish? No. I wish.
Alright,
no.
it seems as though Madame
I
Cassandra
wish
was able to
they
successfully
did.
sell the magic bubble potion
Okay,
to SpongeBob.
My first wish is on
And now
behalf
they
of
are
my
all set
very
to make
best
their first
friend who
wishes with
loves
their bubble
balloons.
wand.
I wish for Patrick to
For
have the
SpongeBob's
biggest,
first wish, it will go for
ballooniest
Patrick.
adventure of his life.
He wishes that he will have the ballooniest adventure of his life. Nothing could go wrong here. There
Is
blows
it
Bubble
too
Patrick
much to
floating.
ask for just one day of peace and quiet? How am
There's
I
the
supposed
duo,
to paint
disturbing
my newest
Squidward again.
masterpiece
He
with
can't
you
focus
two
on his art with all of the giggling.
constantly giggling in my ears?
I wish that
The insult
Squidward
flying
will
over their heads,
finally be
SpongeBob's
appreciated
second
for
wish
his
is for
art.
Squidward to be appreciated for his art.
What are
He
you
then
two
blows a
up to?
bubble of
Wait
Squidward
for
looking
it.
artsy.
I wish for the whole world to see how amazing
SpongeBob
Sandy
then
is.
wishes a similar wish for Sandy. And there we have Sandy in her oxygen helmet floating along with the other bubbles.
3 hours later.
3 hours later in Bikini Bottom time, a crowd has now formed on SpongeBob and Patrick's bubble blowing.
When it says only those of innocent
This is when they notice the warning label that says only the innocent-hearted should be in
I guess
use
it
of the
means I
mermaid
was
tears.
destined to find this bubble
Lastly,
soap.
it says that this is King Neptune's potion and to use with caution. SpongeBob now sees that he has made a mistake.
Use sparingly and with caution.
Here comes down some of King Neptune's strikes. All of the locals are screaming in terror, but in the end they get sucked into the portal, along with the rest of Bikini Bottom. Looks like we saw the Krusty Krab go into the portal. SpongeBob is now on the other side of the portal, where everything looks pretty different. If we pay attention, we can see what used to be Squidward and SpongeBob's house, which both look pretty different.
Oh no, Patrick! What have we done?
And look, Just as SpongeBob wished, Patrick is now a balloon and is set to have the ballooniest adventure of his life. Patrick didn't expect the magic potion to put Bikini Bottom through a cosmic shake, but SpongeBob doesn't seem all too surprised.
It was utterly unforeseeable. Wait a second! Patrick, you're a balloon!
Patrick is a little late with realizing that he is a balloon. He now knows he can change shape and afloat, just like a balloon. Yes, Patrick, those things you just did is what makes you a balloon.
See, SpongeBob?
Patrick's new role as a balloon will be helpful to SpongeBob. When he gets shaky legs and fall off of a platform, he can rescue SpongeBob. Or he can lend SpongeBob some Squarepants for extra lives.
Friends and make sure they're all right.
All right, off to save Bikini Bottom and our friends. SpongeBob will make his way across this thin plank, making sure not to fall into the flooded area. Don't forget to pick up the jelly. They help to buy different costumes for SpongeBob to wear. Here, Patrick finds out that his rock is gone. He's really worried about his giant sticky notes because those are gone also, and there's no way for him to remember to buy more. What a dilemma.
Patrick. I'm sure those sticky notes are around here somewhere.
Basically, SpongeBob says his sticky notes could be anywhere. Still on our way to Sandy's tree dome, let's ground pound this button to float some more trucks to the top that will help SpongeBob reach the other side. Trucks have made SpongeBob a path. Collect those jellies.
Ouch.
SpongeBob and Patrick have made it to the other side safely, so let's go talk to Sandy.
Maybe all this craziness is from one of Sandy's
Patrick doesn't realize that
wrong.
Bikini Bottom is currently the way that it is because of their playing with the mermaid tears.
He
thinks that it's like this because of one of Sandy's experiments. He couldn't be any more wrong.
Sponge breath? And bubble
No
soap.
acorns in the air, just sponge breath and bubble soap.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
Now that they've agreed that it wasn't one of Sandy's crazy experiments that did this to Bikini Bottom, they can now head to the Krusty Krab. SpongeBob will ground pound the button again. This will drop a truck and a trampoline, which will help to get them to the other side. Here, SpongeBob will be using the Krusty Krab pizza box to help him glide over the flooded areas. Remember the tikis from Sandy's tree dome? Whenever SpongeBob comes across them, he should spin attack them, and they will give him jellies. Another trampoline to use, but this time it will be tricky because SpongeBob has to jump on it and go straight into a glide with the pizza box. Oh no!
No!
The
not
Krusty Krab isn't where it's supposed to be.
What will the brave people of Bikini
The horror.
Bottom eat now? And without Mr. Krabs,
The chum
who will
bucket
help
across
them
the street
unburden
isn't
their
looking too much
wallets?
better.
I need to fix this.
What will the locals of Bikini Bottom eat? SpongeBob declares that he needs to fix the mess that has been made.
Hand off of me. I'm too smart to end like
What do we
this.
have here? Some one-eyed purple monsters that scream danger. SpongeBob is going to have to put an end to these guys who have Plankton and Karen surrounded. And SpongeBob gets them easily with his spin attack and earns Sponge out of harm's way for his award progress. After saving Plankton and Karen's precious lives from the one-eyed purple monsters, Plankton insults them, making SpongeBob and Patrick realize that they are the ones who caused the mess in Bikini Bottom.
You could have at least involved me. That's like, my thing.
Oh,
SpongeBob
no.
apologizes
Sorry,
just the same
Plankton.
as he did
We'll
with
make
the
things
locals
right
of
again.
Bikini Bottom. He promises to make things right again.
You have to fix this before someone besides me
Plankton
can take
lives for this
advantage of
horror, which is
chaos.
why he gives SpongeBob a fair warning to hurry and fix the
Why are
madness
you
before he
repeating
takes
yourself?
advantage of it.
Is your hard drive skipping again?
Correct.
There's Madame Cassandra again.
Yoo-hoo. Over here, my little blunders.
She calls
My
SpongeBob and
adorable
Patrick over, where she
cuties.
sees that they have
You
survived the
survived
mess
this
that has been
calamity.
created. When SpongeBob bursts into
No,
tears,
Madame
telling of how he can't
Cassandra.
find
We
his
were just
friends,
having
how
fun,
there's
but we
jelly
accidentally
everywhere,
used too
and
much
how
of
he
your
misses his
magic
pet
bubble soap
snail,
and destroyed
Gary.
Bikini Bottom, and now all of our our friends are gone and there's jelly everywhere.
How can Madame
and-
Cassandra not feel bad for SpongeBob, knowing that he's just looking for his friends because he misses them? Poor SpongeBob, he didn't mean for all of this
This
to
is
happen,
just too
and here's Madame
perfect.
Cassandra willing to take advantage of his kindness.
It's not just any jelly, SpongeBob. It's cosmic jelly.
She tells SpongeBob
the
that because
glue
they
of
got a little
reality.
carried away with their bubble blowing, the
extravaganza
cosmic
must
jelly must have
burn
created a
holes
hole
through
in the
the
universe that squeezed the
squeezing
jelly out and sucked his friends into
sucking
new
your
worlds.
friends into new and strange worlds.
That was gonna be my first guess.
Madame Cassandra
You'll
is
have
sending
to bring me
SpongeBob
as
out
much
to
of it
collect
as you
as much
can gather
cosmic
so I
jelly
can
as he
study
can
it
for the
and,
so-called purpose of studying and helping to reverse the mess that they've
you've
created.
After all, I'm at least partially responsible, giving you such a powerful potion by accident.
SpongeBob and
sense to
Patrick
me.
have accepted Madame Cassandra's
No
mission of
questions
collecting the
here.
cosmic jelly with hopes of restoring
Excellent.
Bikini Bottom
Now
and to bring
jump
their
into
friends
the
back.
portals that opened up all over town. I can
So
use
basically,
some of the
there are
jelly to
portals all
tailor
over Bikini
cosmic
Bottom that they have to go
costumes for
through
you,
to find the
each
cosmic
linked
jelly.
to one portal. The
Madame
more jelly you
Cassandra is
bring,
giving
the more
SpongeBob some
portals
valuable
we can
information,
pass.
where we can only
Are
hope
you
this brings their friends
ready?
back.
I'm ready.
SpongeBob's
Come on,
famous
let's
words of
save
"I'm
Bikini
ready,"
Bottom
and
from
they
the
are officially set
unintended
to
yet
save Bikini
devastating
Bottom.
consequences of our own
With
actions.
SpongeBob's first costume equipped, it gives us a hint to where they are off to first. Wow! Cassandra just can't control her laughter,
Find the
and
portal
SpongeBob
that
and
suits your
Patrick are
costume.
confused on what is
Once
just
you
so
have
funny.
located your friends, you can use the magic
So the
bubble
deal is to
wand
locate the
return
first
them
portal,
home.
then SpongeBob can use the magic bubble wand.